As early as today, perhaps, there could be a congressional vote on a new law that will crack down on sexual predators, a law that would create a national sex offender registry, and that would make it easier to track convicted sex offenders. And that, indeed, is a victory for Elizabeth Smart and her family. You'll recall Elizabeth's abduction and her terrifying 9-month ordeal gripped this country a few years ago. She joins us now for her first live morning show appearance. She is joined in Washington by her father, Ed, and Utah Senator Orrin Hatch, a close family friend and co-sponsor of this new bill. And to all three of you, I say good morning and congratulations on getting this bill introduced and perhaps the vote. I'm going to talk to you about this bill, all three of you, but Elizabeth, I really want to start with you because I think folks who are watching GMA this morning want to know how you're doing. You look healthy and you look fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great. Absolutely wonderful.
You look like, just looking at you, there are no ill effects from all this. I don't presume to begin to know what's happening inside you. I assume, though, your personal story, that will stay with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, just sink into the back of my memory, I guess.
Do you not think about it anymore? Have you really tried to forget it and put it in the past?
I just try to move on with my life and my family. I have a wonderful family and friends, and I just have so much to look forward. I just don't need to look back.
Well, that's good for you. I have to ask you, as a dad, I want to say, if you're my daughter, I'm saying, how did you do it? How did you do that? And I assume the guy standing next to you right there, your dad helped a lot in this.
Well, as a family, we felt the prayers of the nation, and we're so grateful for everyone's love and support, and I know that that's what's made it possible for Elizabeth to move forward with her life, and we feel very, very grateful and blessed as a family. This bill is something that is so important for everyone in the nation, creating responsibility for sex offenders out there who would try to harm our children, and that's what this bill is all about. And it's exciting to see all of the people that have been involved, Senator Hatch, the House, so many advocates out there that have been pushing so hard for this bill, and we're John Walsh has been incredible pushing it forward, and we're anxious to see it pass, and we hope that it passes today or in the next day or two.
John Walsh, of course, the America's Most Wanted, whose son Adam was kidnapped and killed, and that sparked him on his quest. I wonder, Elizabeth, if your ordeal, and I know it was very painful, and clearly you don't want to talk too much about it, and I don't want to pry or intrude too much, but I wonder if your ordeal is driving you on. It certainly seems like it's driving your father on.
Sorry, I couldn't hear that. A car went by.
Okay, I'm wondering how much your ordeal is driving you on. You say you don't want to talk about it, but clearly it's part of your life and will be for the rest of your life somewhere inside your psyche. How much is what you went through driving you on and giving you the courage to do this and stay very much in the public eye? You're on national television this morning.
It did happen, and I don't want it to happen to anyone else. And so I think that this bill should go through without a thought. I mean, it's just something that needs to be done. And there are just so many bad things in this world. We don't need to have to deal with this. I mean, it should just go through. And
well, when you were going through your ordeal, I'm not sure that many of us thought we would see this scene, all three of you, certainly you, in front of the Capitol. Senator Hatch, you're a family friend and you're one of the co-sponsors of this bill. What is this going to mean by having a national sex registry?
Well, we have 500,000 known sex offenders in this country. 150,000 we don't even know where they are. And we've got to find a way of making sure that we keep track of them, that they report in regularly, or we've got to get very, very tough on them. Plus, we've got to check the web a lot more, because that's where a lot of these people find their victims. And frankly, I'm so proud of Elizabeth and her family, her father and mother and others who have stood by her, the way she's come through this, and I think she's had a lot to do with getting this bill through. And I'm very pleased with both the House and the Senate. I believe we'll have this bill through by tomorrow, and hopefully signed by the President on Adam Walsh's day. It'll be called the Adam Walsh bill.
Well, with all due respect, Senator, how is just having sex offenders registered going to make sure you know where they are? If there are already 20% of them not accounted for, what's going to force them to sign up for your registry?
Well, two or three things. Number one, they're all going to know that either they sign up, and they not only sign up and report in regularly, but if they don't do that, we're going to put them back in jail. If they don't do that, we're going to put a cuff on their ankles that will, and Ed has it right here.
I see that, yeah.
Which we'll be able to communicate with them right through that cuff.
A monitoring device.
A monitoring device.
I want to get back to Elizabeth before we run out of time in this segment. Elizabeth, you're going to go off to college this fall. You're not going to be with your parents. Is it going to be a little strange being separated from your family, who you were so glad to see once again?
Yeah, it's gonna be different, but you know, I'm excited. It's a new step. It's gonna be a lot of fun, I think.
Ed, is there a little bit of you that doesn't want to let go of your daughter again, ever?
Fortunately, she's only going to be about 30 miles away. Absolutely, I'm concerned, and I want to make sure that she's safe. And you know, Elizabeth has a wonderful quality about her, and that is she knows that she has a life ahead of her, and she is not going to let what's happened in the past you know, compromise her happiness or her future.
Or clearly define her. And good for you, Elizabeth Smart, in your first morning interview. We thank you for joining us. Ed Smart and Senator Hatch, thank you all. Good luck with your bill today.
Thank you.